And welcome back. We're live in the studio with Eyde. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks for having me.
It's nice to meet you in person.
Same here.
And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the Union Street Podcast. We're broadcasting to you live from Union Street Arts in downtown Marion. Hey. And we're excited because we have an upcoming art show that you're going to be participating in.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've been planning for a month.
That's good.
Been painting and just getting everything together. My son's going to help me. It's going to be great.
Cool. Yeah. So May 6th, the Union Street Art Fair. Mm-hmm. We hope to see you guys there. We have some lovely art of yours featured on the table. We've got, will be displayed at the art fair. Mm-hmm. So I want to dive into your art, showcase some of that, what people might be able to expect at the art fair, hear about some of your background and process too. We do have an exciting announcement as well. Just happened a few moments ago.
Okay.
We announced our live music lineup that will be accompanying the art fair. So we will have 5 different live music acts going on during the art fair, which we're really excited about.
That sounds like it's going to be great.
I love live music.
Oh, me too. I miss it so much.
It adds so much texture and ambiance and it really just, makes it for a much fuller, richer experience, in my opinion.
My husband was a musician for a long time, and that was like the highlight of my week to go see him play.
Yeah.
So
real quick, I just want to announce we've got Tim Crosby, Jeremy Todd, Kendall Bell, Ben West, and Lane Davis. Live music starts at 10:15, goes till 2.
Okay.
So come on out, check out these great music artists, great artists, and just have a good time celebrating community, arts, and see what we can do. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit.
Oh, am I out of view?
Well, just a little.
Hi, people.
It's, let me see here. There we go. Because we want to highlight you here and your art. So, okay.
I'll lean forward a little.
There we go.
Don't want to eat the mic up.
Here, okay. So, Eyde.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your background, how you got into painting?
So, I'm originally from Southern Indiana. I moved to San Diego years ago and lived not by the ocean, but near enough to the ocean that it inspired me to paint. Lots of big open spaces. I love watching the waves roll in. Even the East County where there's hills and hills and hills that just go on and on. So that's what inspired me to paint. I did it for 10 years, kind of on the side. And I decided about a year and a half ago that was not enough for me. So sold my house, bought one here in Southern Illinois, and started painting full time. And it's been a blast.
Wow.
Yeah. I kind of ran the numbers on my last email. Painted 32 paintings in a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a prolific painter.
I am now. All it takes is time and a little sleep. That helps.
You gotta have rest. Yeah.
Yes.
In between painting.
Yes, absolutely. So I kind of named my categories, or whatever you want to call them, sun, sea, and soul. It's kind of my tagline because those 3 things really inspire me. They call it the magic hour, sunrise, sunset. You get amazing colors. It doesn't even matter where in the world you are, I don't think. Because this one here, is of the field across the street from where I live.
Really?
Yeah, I take
Wow.
photographs. I got like 2,500 photographs on my phone, and then I just mine them when I want to paint.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
can you describe some of the more of the medium? What sort of paints?
I work in oil.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it. I mean, these are on birchwood, so that means I can use a little less paint, and the paint kind of stands up off the board a little bit, and I like that. The colors, they don't sink in. Canvas kind of absorbs all the paint.
There's a texture,
and you get a nice texture to it. Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. And so was this one in San Diego?
No, this is where I live in Carbondale.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was just at Art Space. They had a nature juried exhibition, and I had 3 paintings in there. Yay.
Awesome.
And
Congrats.
one of them won an honorable mention. Not that one, but this one.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, this one got an honorable mention.
Beautiful.
It's called Twilight.
Wow, I love those colors.
Yeah.
And is that inspired from here, somewhere here in
Yeah,
Southern
all 3
Illinois?
of them were, actually.
Wow.
And this one, too. I'm typing out of the scene here. That one, too. That's Amber Glow.
Wow.
I just like how the sun can be so many different colors,
Mhm.
you know.
Right.
And then living in San Diego, I love to go to the beach. With my job, I finally got space where I could be at the beach every day.
That's amazing.
Just seeing the ocean. For those who've never seen it, I don't even know what to say. You can't describe it. So I just got obsessed with painting it. So I do a lot of these. I do some with just the waves. I do seascapes, big palm trees.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And bringing that ocean, that vibe to here.
I know.
That's
it had
cool.
to come with me. It's part of me now.
Yeah. So what about like looking out? Can you take me into your mind space when you're staring out into, an inspiration point from one of these paintings, like this one here specifically?
Yeah, this was, I believe it was Sunset Cliffs in San Diego. It's just so relaxing. It's peaceful. And you get time to kind of hear your inner voice, which is kind of where the soul part of my son Sea Soul comes in. A lot of times we're so busy, we don't listen to what we're actually thinking, how we're feeling. And that just gives you time to do it. You stand and you listen to the ocean and you smell it, and you see the big wide expanse, especially if you can go at sunset. Just an amazing experience.
Yeah.
So
multi-sensory. The breeze, the sound of the waves, beautiful
absolutely
lighting as the sun fades away. I'm like smelling the salt water right now.
I did a good job then.
Painting the picture.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was going to mention my influences. Of course, everybody has their favorite artists, right? Mine are the classics. I love Van Gogh. I got to see the LA immersive experience, which just knocked my socks off. Just seeing his art move and be everywhere all at once was amazing. Also a big fan of Edvard Munch, the guy that did the Scream, but I'm not really a fan of the Scream. He did some amazing other work. He did a Madonna that's fascinating. And he also painted for the town of Oslo. He did like this big sun, which was unusual for him because he's usually kind of gloomy.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Stepping into a different style there.
Yeah. So a lot of my people, I kind of feel like Munch inspired me. Let's see if I can get this one up here. This is the bigger one.
Yeah. Let's bring it in.
Okay. Let's see if I can get her up here.
Wow.
Yeah, she's huge.
That's big. I can help
this is
hold
called
it too.
So Deep, So Long.
Wow.
And,
this is so
she's
cool.
got the elongated face and kind of a sad look. Definitely Edvard Munch inspired. You don't know that until you're finished. You just paint and then you're like, oh, I see that now.
See where those influences appear.
Because when you're painting, you're not really thinking.
What are you?
I don't know. I'm all color, texture, not really thinking anything at all. Just what's next. Yeah.
You're feeling.
So, it depends on what I'm painting. This was kind of a sad piece, a little, just trying to process some things. Her hands are clasped, and a lot of times we need to look inward to find out what's upsetting us, or maybe there's something we haven't processed yet, and you have to look at it to be able to let it go. And that's where the water comes in. She's getting ready to let it go.
Wow.
So that's my explanation. Everybody sees what they see, right?
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. In the water and the woods. So seems like you're very nature inspired, would you say?
Yes, very much so. Mm-hmm.
And why do you think that is?
It just brings you peace. And the world's too busy. It's too crowded. It's too loud. Everybody runs at 100 miles an hour all the time. Just to be able to find, even if you find like 5 minutes just to watch the sunset, you'll feel better. And, that's kind of what I'm trying to bring to my art.
That's cool. I think it's coming across.
Cool. I'm going to set this down.
Yeah. That's a big one. Now, will that one be on display?
Yes.
At the art fair? Awesome.
Absolutely.
So the pictures don't do justice for these types of things. So it's important.
You have to see and feel, right?
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. It's good to promote it, but to see it in person is a different experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so come on and check these out at the art fair on May 6th.
Saturday.
Yeah. So I want to talk about how you found Southern Illinois, because being in San Diego, did you have a connection here? Was there something that brought you here specifically, or was it?
It's kind of, so in order to have a more authentic life, because I was just working 50 plus hours a week, I used to volunteer, and then I would try to paint too, and that's just too much for any person. San Diego is very expensive to live, and I could see that we were never going to get kind of where I wanted to be in life. So my husband and I looked at the market, sold our house, and wanted to move close to family. My family lives in Southern Indiana. Kind of didn't want to go back where we're from. Still got the adventurous spirit, wanted to see something different. And I found this beautiful old farmhouse, 3 bedrooms. I have my very first studio that's this huge space. And I was like, that's my house.
Good for you.
So we just did it. I moved across the country, bought the house, and haven't looked back.
So the studio specifically sounds like what brought you here is that studio that you found in that home. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, we're surrounded by trees. My husband missed trees. If you've been in San Diego for any amount of time, all there are palm trees pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not very green. It's a little brown, but it's still beautiful. I mean, the weather's gorgeous, but they're always in a drought. So not a lot of green.
Yeah.
Except this year. I hear they got a lot of rain.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah. A lot of green here in the woods. But I do want to tell people where they can find your work online on your website. If we can bring that up, and we can you can talk a little bit about that. Mm-hmm. Can you name your website?
It's my name, EydeArndell.com. EydeArndell.com.
Boom.
And I also got a new website.
Awesome.
So
this is great. So check out her website. And
you see some of those there. That's another one of my sold pieces. I almost brought that one. I couldn't decide. So
that's awesome. And so people can come here, they can check out the art. They can shop prints. They can shop originals. Find out more about you. Contact events, all that jazz on your website.
Yeah.
And would you say this is where if somebody was wanting to find you online? Oh,
absolutely. Everything that I have to sell is there. Of course, coming to the art fair is better. So make sure you come.
Thank you. Nice plug there. So again, it shows up here multiple times, the sun, sea, and soul. Can we dive into that a little more about what that means to you?
That feeling of standing and watching the sunset or watching the water move, I was trying to find like a unifying saying about what I'm trying to express. just that sense of peace and being able to hear your inner voice. And that's kind of where it came from.
That's cool.
So,
and I like the alliteration.
oh yeah. My husband's a writer. He helps me with those things.
Cool.
He's rubbed off on me.
That's good. Hey, it's a nice help.
Yeah, he helps a lot.
Yeah.
I don't need his help so much with the emails anymore. I'm like, check this 3 times before you say okay.
It's nice to have someone have your back, another set of eyes or hands. That always goes a long way.
Yeah.
So shout out. What's his name?
Kelly Arndell.
Shout out to Kelly.
His pen name is Israel Finn, though.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I probably just let the cat out of the bag.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Edit that out. No.
We're live.
We're live. Okay.
Maybe later. That's a little tidbit. If anybody's diving into this, check it out.
That's true.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So also I have a Facebook, just my name, Eyde Arndell Artist, and Instagram.
Awesome.
So I try to limit the social media because then if you don't, you run out of time to paint. So
right. It's a fine line.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that, that's sort of what we want to do here is like be able to help promote art for artists. Because, there is a lot that goes into promotion. And yeah, it's like you have to do that and create. There's a lot of that goes into that. So how's that? So you've been painting a year, a little more. Is there any challenges that you have faced during that year in your art, or are there anything that you've had to work through?
Yes. Not everything turns out like you expect. I mean, sometimes you paint something, you're like, no. But I'd say this year has been pretty good, actually. I think the more you paint, the easier it becomes. Just the timing, because I usually don't want to paint until afternoon. So I had to kind of treat it like a job. It is my job now. Just trying to figure out when to do my marketing and promotion, when to paint, and when to do everything else that life demands. So kind of got a schedule down now, and it seems to be working. Just do my marketing in the morning, get that out of the way. You can stop thinking about it. And then by the afternoon, after lunch, just paint for as long as you can.
Nice. So you get into some flow there. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a great space too. North light, huge windows, looks out on some trees. It's just gorgeous.
And why is that important for you to have a inspiring place to create?
I think it's just the light. It lifts your mood. Just having nature right there, right. Even if you're not looking at it, you're still kind of absorbing, the vibrations of it just being right there. You can just look if you want to, but just having good light, it improves your mood, and then you feel like doing something. Gets the creative juices flowing.
Yeah. So. There's a lot with the sun, natural light. I mean,
just walking into the room makes me happy. So
cool.
Yeah.
That's a good headspace to be in. And I think it shows with some of these, just like the peacefulness, the sort of calming, soothing effect. I think it has.
I'm glad that comes through. Yeah. I had my first solo show at the Carbondale Library.
Wow, congrats.
I left it for a month and a half. I was surprised.
Cool.
And I also have some pieces available at Art Space 304 on 304 Walnut in Carbondale in their shop, some of my smaller pieces. So
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really great. And how did you get connected with the Art Space 304?
They put out a call for summer corridor exhibition, and I just applied to it and got in. So then I started. That was like my introduction to the local art scene.
Wow.
And I had 2 pieces in that. So
cool.
Yeah, and that's how I met Tabitha. Shout out to Tabitha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the one that I found online the most. So we've been talking back and forth a little bit, and she told me about you guys too. So
cool. Yeah. Well, thanks, Tabitha. Yeah, familiar with the pod. We have our art here as well, which I'd love to. We can talk after this, and come to the art fair, and hoping just to showcase more and more art here. So
there's a lot of talent here, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to live in this area too, because I knew with the college being here, I'm like, there's got to be an art scene. I may not know what it is yet, but I feel like that's the place to be.
It's so cool.
So, yeah.
And you think you have found that here?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
That's
I've
awesome.
done more in the past year than I've done the past 10. So
Wow.
that's a good sign.
That's
right?
incredible. Yeah.
And just putting your energy behind it tends to make things happen.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't just happen, right?
No. I wish I could just paint and people would just come to my door, but that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah. And I get to meet nice people like you.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah. It's nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
And is there something now? I know. So something that you think. I'm always trying to envision what can be next. What's a place need? Is there something that you, from your experience, think would be cool to see in this area that maybe you haven't seen yet?
I'm still learning, so I can't really give that great of an opinion. I was pleasantly surprised that you had an art fair because I've been wanting to get into those. So, and I just learned that I think Carbondale has one too. So I'm still learning, so I can't give an opinion about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I am enjoying what I'm finding though.
Good.
So, and I like how they involve the students too, because I just left art space and they have middle schoolers artwork on the walls. And I'm like, that's so wonderful. I wished I would have had a teacher that was more encouraging. I could have done this sooner and tried to do it full time. So, yeah. I always did the different thing, anytime there was a project, whatever everybody else was doing, I wanted to do the harder thing or the different thing. And my mother taught me a little. She used to draw. She worked with, I think they're pastels, and she liked to draw people. So
you think that's sort of some of that influence?
Yeah, she taught me a little bit, So I think I've been drawing since I've been 3, but but painting just 10 years ago. So I really like the feel of it. Just be able to express it in color. And I don't sketch. I feel it's too limiting because I might change my mind in the middle of it. And a lot of times those little changes are the ones that make it fun, and make it turn out better.
Yeah.
So I just go get an idea and go.
That's great. And be able to adapt with the canvas as it evolves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It keeps it more free flowing, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you like that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because life is constraining. You have to go to work, you have to pay your bills, all that. I want this to be the opposite of that. So
there's there's a release there. Sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the construct, the noise you've been talking about, and being able to escape that and release. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Part of the reason I moved too.
Really?
A little quieter. And we live a couple miles from one of the main roads, and it's so quiet. Surrounded by the trees and between 2 national forests, a lot different than San Diego. Our neighborhood was fairly decent. But still the city's loud. You can't get away from it. You can hear people walking down the street. So, yeah. But I'm sure I'll be back there to visit, at least. Can't move back there.
To visit, though.
Yeah.
To be re-inspired, perhaps. Yeah.
Lots of friends. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It was a good place.
Nice.
So it's kind of like I'm torn. I kind of have 3 homes. Indiana's where my family is. San Diego is where my inspiration comes from a lot of times, and here too. So, yeah, being inspired by here as well. A lot of beauty. There
is. Are there any other pieces you want to show?
Oh,
we can tease, or any on the website? Oh, I think my computer just died. I think
I showed those 2. Oh, the giveaway. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. Are we still live?
We're live.
Okay, so if you come to the art fair, you can enter to win this.
What? This is breaking news.
I'm doing a giveaway. So
can we talk about that?
Yeah. So you just come by the booth, scan a QR, and put your email, and you're done. Your name and your email. That's it.
That's an amazing promotion. First of all, thank you for offering that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this one. It's kind of a one-off, though. I didn't do 3 of them, so I thought this would be a good one to give away, to get people started.
That's amazing. We have to get that promoted and plug that.
Calling it end of the day.
End of the day.
End of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
If every end of the day could look like that, that would be.
Yeah, and I like how the water changes color too. It could be gray, brown, blue, green. Yeah. So.
And it changes depending on the lighting.
And what the sky is doing. Yeah.
The reflection of the water. Super cool. I'm really enjoying these pieces, and
thank you.
Yeah, just getting to know you a little bit here. I know we came straight into the live stream, so
yeah,
just like let's go,
let's do this. Yeah,
so appreciate you being willing to do that. Talk with me.
No, thank you for having me.
Is there anything else
I think
missed?
I covered it all.
Anything we want to mention? We've plugged the website, Facebook, Instagram. Come to the art fair.
Talked about the nature. Yep. And the giveaway, that was the last thing. Oh, no, one more thing. I just started my Mother's Day sale today. So if you go to my website now, you can get 40% off.
Wow.
It's a very short window. I think it's only 2 weeks, but kind of kick off the Mother's Day buying season. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great deal. And can you mention the website one more time, the name where people can find that?
It's EydeArndell.com, EYDEARNDELL.com.
Awesome.
It's a nice thing about having a unique name.
Yeah. You can get that.
You don't have to put like 1, 2, 3 or something like that.
Yeah. That's what I have to do.
Yeah. So I think that's it. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at the fair.
Awesome. Well, Eyde, it's been a pleasure to get to chat with you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
And come to the Union Street Art Fair May 6th. Come see Eyde. Come see her beautiful artwork. Come buy some and check out the Mother's Day sale before then. Get that 40% off. That's a phenomenal deal. And the giveaway. So you got to come in person here because this is something
only available at the art fair.
Amazing value. Thank you, Eyde, for that.
You're welcome.
That's incredible. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Union Street podcast. We will see you at the art fair, hopefully. And we hope to see you there at Union Street Arts, 118 East Union Street in Marion, Illinois. Come on downtown. We're going to have live music. Don't forget.
Live music.
It's going to be a vibe. We hope to see you there.
Okay.
All right. See you in the next one.
Bye.